Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the top 8 of Virginia Regionals Winter. We have Angel Miranda playing on the left. He's using Yeti, the more popular plasma version that has just come out and shown strong finishes in cities. And we have Ross Cawthon playing Blastoise. He loves that deck, and I'm excited to see how this matchup goes down. I don't know if Ross plays any max potion, but that's going to be very key in this matchup. And yeah, hi everyone. Is your screen muted? I don't know. I know nothing. I didn't even know that I was going to be on here. They just ran over and told me to get on. So here I am. It has been a long weekend, guys. It's been fun. 250 something people. My friend Santiago, my friend Jimmy Pendarvis are playing the top 8 in another matchup. Should be a bloodbath with Santiago on top with Raybor against Virgin. And I do not know any specifics on any of these decks right now. I'm pretty sure that Angel's running the Yeti version because he knocked out Mike Diaz, who was playing the same deck. I see Dylan Bryan playing the very interesting Garbodor Dragonite deck. He'll just deafen lock you into place, put a Silver Mirror on, and win any Plasma matchup. Uh, Ray playing Raybor. And all right, we'll see. They're getting started. Angel looks unhappy, so I guess Ross is gonna choose to go first. Can everyone hear me okay? Yeah, Stadium War. Uh, Stadium War is not that important in this matchup. It sounds important, but as long as you play a beach and you get down a bunch of energies that turn, usually every match you just need to get down 2 beaches and play down a bunch of energy that turn, get your 2 prizes, and then keep going. They have the same sleeves, so hopefully Angel steals one of Ross's beaches. Take my. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll think about it. And we're just waiting to start. I don't know where the fourth. Where's the last? Do you know where the fourth game is going on? Kevin scooped. Okay, so Kevin's really that tired? Oh my God, who's he playing against? Oh, okay, yeah, he was probably gonna lose that matchup anyways. Okay, so Promwad advances to the top 4. Kevin Nance, uh, yeah, it's crazy. He ate Denny's and got sick, and he was doing great. He was 7-0-0, and he just was exhausted going into the rest of the tournament. He actually missed some of the turns, some of the games, like round like 12 and 13. He just did not show up. Tied round 14, gets into top 8, and then just isn't up to playing. So no Kevin Nance. We have a Garbett or Darkrai in top 4. My friend Michael Promowat. And are they going to start? They want to flip. Oh, here we go. Oh, Angel's going first. I don't understand why he looks so sad. Yeah. Okay, looking at his hand. Look, nothing really impressive yet. He might just go Plasma Ball for a Lugia. I mean, there's nothing crazy going on. Nance was playing Raybor. All right, just gonna check his counts. The main thing with this Okay, he's actually gonna take a Juniper. I don't know what the rest of his hand looked like. I saw the DCE. I don't know who he wants to even attach that to. Or maybe he just wants to get it in the discard. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Kevin's run ends like that. It's just sometimes you just get sick and you cannot play. Alright, yeah, he's just gonna attach and just pass. Now, Ross is faced with an interesting turn. He knows that he's playing against a deck with a lot of frozen cities, so generally you want to be playing beaches, but if he's not playing for, he might want to think about saving onto them. Like, if you know that you're going to get a Blastoise next turn without using the beach, you might want to wait and try to set it up so that you're winning the stadium more. He gets a water in the discard, always nice. And everyone knows Ross. He's gonna take a few minutes to see what he has in there. So any questions you want to ask me in this time? We'll take a break. Go get yourself a snack. We've got plenty of time. But no, seriously, he's probably just gonna make sure he has everything that he needs. This matchup can be really close. I'm sure he has another supporter that he's gonna play right after this, like a Skyla or something. Get the Tropical Beach. Just try to get a good, decent setup. Angel's turn was really not that frightening. When someone has to Skyla for another supporter, and he doesn't have anybody that he actually wants to attack with. He doesn't have a Thundurus, no Lugia, no Snorlax. Yeah, there's not much to be afraid of over there. All right, so he's gonna get a second Squirtle, and we'll see what supporter he has for us. Oh, he just has a Beach and a Juniper. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so he's gonna be looking for an Ultra Ball. Get some of these energy in the discard so he can draw more cards. Can he play any of the cards he just drew? He checks. There's an Ultra Ball. Show me some energy, Ross. Those aren't energies. Okay, but you get some cards out of your hand. The fact that he's throwing away another Ultra Ball basically signifies that he has a piece of he probably has a candy in his hand. Because if he just had a whole bunch of garbage in his hand, he'd be using the second Ultra Ball and just burning to get more cards in his discard that he doesn't care about so that he could beach for more cards and make sure that this is happening. Also, he basically just showed me that he has a Blastoise by getting rid of an Ultra Ball and getting a Black Kyurem instead. So you can expect a Blastoise because Angel went for that Juniper instead of an N. And he's going to beach for 3. And oh man, that hand is just horrific. Does he have an energy that he can use with Thundurus? Snorlax, DCE, Scrapper. Is there a bike? Anything that he can use? Nah, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, this is not the ideal turn for Angel, but he has the Tropical Beach that he can use. Thanks to Ross. I'm sure Ross doesn't mind because he has a great setup coming. Yeah, he might as well just attach to Lugia or Snorlax. Yeah, Lugia's probably a good play. He chooses to hold onto the Thundurus. Yeah, he's just going to thin out. He doesn't even care. He just needs to draw some fresh cards, and he's going to beach for 7. Hiding behind Snorlax. Always a fun play, but doesn't matter too much. Just means that we're going to have an odd prize count, and you can expect Angel not to play any more non-EX Pokemon. All right, and we'll see if Ross was able to get... He has a computer search. You know what's coming. Does he get some energy in the discard? There's one, and a Juniper. And we can expect a Candy Blastoise. Also, very fortunate for Ross is that his beach stayed in play, so he doesn't have to worry about Frozen City. These energies can just rain down. There's Candy Blastoise. Plays down a Keldeo, and he's going to end. So Angel loses that hand, but essentially he's just going to draw a fresh 7 anyways. And we'll see what he got off. He didn't have any other energies in that hand, or else clearly he would have energy brained them or deluge or whatever you like to call it. Anyone who's been playing this game long enough has called it by many names. And we'll see. He already lost a bunch of Ultra Balls, so don't expect him to be able to drop his hand very low and Tropical Beach if he doesn't get an attack off this turn. There's an Energy Search, most likely for a Lightning. There's that. Yeah, I'm not too sure on all the counts in this deck for either player. I would assume that Angel's playing at three Frozen City, but I could be wrong. There's the attach for the turn. Does he have energies or is he? Yep, he's Tropical Beaching. Okay. So only for 2 cards. Angel's start. He has the Switch, the Thunderous. He has a DCE in his discard pile from earlier on that Deoxys, and he's going to N. And that art of N has been messing me up. I did not know that that even had come out until this weekend, and I have to keep double checking to see what that is. It is a League promo with his hair flowing in the wind. He's gorgeous. All right, we'll see a Chorus Machine, a Bicycle, Snorlax, a whole bunch of things that aren't too helpful. Chorus Machine's nice, but and I'm interested to see if Angel decides to separate and put the DCE on the Snorlax, or if he just puts all of his eggs in one basket, goes for that Lugia. Ross does play catcher, so that would be a huge turn in this game. And he's just going to put everything on there. So if Ross is able to go with a catcher and a couple water energies, which I'm pretty sure he has at least 2 in his discard, it's not too hard. We'll see what happens. It's going to look through his discard. Pretty sure that means the Superior is on its way down. And yeah, that's a Superior if I had ever seen one. Just trying to figure out what cards to get rid of. Interested to see what supporter he has to go along with this, to see if he can draw into the catcher. He's going to take a minute to think about this. I'm sure if he has like a Juniper and a Tropical Beach, he's like really not looking forward to this discard because he knows that Frozen City can be a pain later. But this is just board state that you have to take advantage of. So we'll see what he ends up doing. There's the Superior. He flashes it. He's going to just check one more time. You do have waters in there. He's going to Skylo first. Is this the catcher? Does he have a water energy? Oh, he's going with the retrieval. Okay, so he has some cards that he wants to hold on to, which is completely understandable. And this also tells me that he has another energy in his hand. Yep, catcher's been pretty prominent play in these Blastoise decks. It's also one of their very few ways to beat the Emboar now, is that you have to catcher the Emboar and get a knockout there, but yeah, you'll see that. Does he have catcher? Does he care? Might want to just knock out the Thunderous, yeah. Okay. So he knows he's about to take 3 prizes with Lugia, but that's not too big of a deal, because Angel relied all of his board state onto this guy. We'll see what he can do. He's probably needs to get an energy on Thunderous, but no, he's gonna Colress. It's unfortunate that Ross wasn't able to knock out the Snorlax for Angel's sake, because he probably wishes that that was a Lugia right now, because he knows that he needs to get prizes fast, and Snorlax doesn't do that. All right, 10 cards. What can he have? He is going to bring up the Blastoise. Interesting. Ross held on to a lot of things that time. He might have the pieces for another Blastoise. I'm not sure. It's a gutsy play, and we'll see if it pays off for him. Who does Ross send up? Okay. Brings up the Black Kyurem. Does he have Candy Blastoise? I see a Juniper in his hand. I see a Skyla as well. Okay, so he can probably Candy into Blastoise. Don't expect a Tropical Beach this turn, though. I don't know. Knowing Ross, it could happen. That would be the perfect game state for him. But energy raining down 3 of these energies, you're probably not going to get knocked out next turn. So it's not terrible for you. Angel dancing with the Skyla. There's another Blastoise. There's the Tropical Beach. Where's the Superior? You showed it to us earlier. I don't. I think this might just end up getting rid of. He has 4 cards in his hand, so he's gonna be left with 1 card, which most likely is the Juniper, unless he has another Superior in his hand, which he'd clearly want to just hold on to that. He has 5 cards. Okay, so he might be leaving himself with a Juniper and another Superior, or something like that. There's the energies. Oh, this is just a dominating play right here. Triple Deluge. And he's gonna knock out with a Black Ballista. There goes Lugia. Angel promotes Genesect. He's gonna need some wild scramble switch. I don't even know play for something awesome to happen here. He has an N, that's perfect. He's gonna probably want to Ultra Ball, get rid of some of the cards he doesn't want to see. You don't want to see Max Potion anymore. You don't want to see Tool Scrapper. So cards like that you just need to get rid of right now. I'm almost positive that Ross doesn't play Execute, so that's nothing to worry about. All right, he's going to get the Lugia. That's the promo one. And here comes the N. So we'll see what Ross draws off of this. If he gets another Tropical Beach, I mean, unless Angel has to retreat to the Snorlax, a superior energy retrieval will win the game. And Angel's in a tough spot here. Bicycle, Skyla, Scramble Switch. Oh, okay. So he is going to retreat. Most likely we're going to see a DCE on a Lugia. Or depending on his plasma energy count, he might have to put a plasma on there. It's just unfortunate for Angel that the turn that he decides to take down the Blastoise, Ross is able to get a Candy Blastoise, Beach, Superior, right back. And we'll see what Ross has. He has 3 cards in his hand. He knows the Superior wins it. If you're checking to see that there's waters, there are 3 waters. You Black Ballisted earlier. I believe you're at 110 damage on the black, so you would be able to put down 3 energy and not knock yourself out. Does he have a supporter? Plays down the baby black Kyurem. Juniper. Okay, a lightning energy. Oh, attaching there is dangerous. But I guess if he has a Juniper, that's fine. Let's see. It's a Juniper. It's Ross. Okay. And this should be over. Checks to see if there's waters. Here we go. Okay. Superior Energy Retrieval, Black Ballista on the Thunderous, and we'll be moving to game 2. Angel has to be frustrated with that start. There was nothing that he could do against that. And yeah, I guess that's the way the game goes sometimes. Angel made an interesting play taking out the Blastoise. If there wasn't a Blastoise coming out the next turn, then clearly he just flips the position and he's going to be taking in this game 1. But Ross was able to come back. He had everything in his hand. Usually when you play like that, you're going to need to end Ross down to 4 cards and see if he can get the Candy Blastoise off of that. Can't call it a misplay, though. It's just what Angel thought was the right play. And we'll be moving to game 2. Pretty sure Angel's going to choose to go first. Hopefully he starts off with something a little better than Deoxys Genesect DCE. And if all else fails, when Ross puts down a beach, just slide it into your deck and walk out. Just waiting for the guys to shuffle up. Looking at the other matches, I can't see anything too much. Do we have any information on the other matches? Dylan won game 1 against Ray Cipolletti. Ross. Yeah. Kevin? Yeah, Kevin dropped. Oh, okay, man. See you, buddy. Bye, guys. Oh, okay. All right. Is that a Lugia? Oh my gosh, that's a lot of double colorless energy. Oh, it's a Snorlax. Okay. Hmm. All right. Here they go. 2 Squirtle and a black Kyurem. Angel has Lugia. DC. Oh, there's an N. Okay, that hand was good. I thought it was a Skyla. Yeah, that art is just bothering me. So that's a good hand. I mean, you can't really expect to do anything on the first turn anyways because you're not attacking. So basically off this end, he's just looking for Juniper and an energy, Ultra Ball energy and a supporter. Just um, luck probably an escape rope or a float stone because he doesn't want Snorlax sitting out there too long. Just quick way to charge up this Lugia with a Thunderous. Um, it's not a bad hand. He's got the Genesect. Energy for next turn, and yeah, he's just going to pass the turn. And we'll see if Ross is able to get the same setup as he did last time. Setting up most likely an Ultra Ball or a Computer Search. I think those are the only 2 options when you're laying down cards, but we'll see. And here comes the Ultra Ball. I assume this decision wouldn't be that hard if he was throwing away energies, so he probably doesn't have any in his hand. Yeah, he's gonna throw away another Ultra Ball. And I'm not sure what we're gonna see. We might see another Black Axe. Maybe another Squirtle. Maybe he thinks that this one might get knocked out. It's unlikely, because, I mean, he'd have to Shadow Gale it with the Lugia. There's not enough Deoxys for Thundurus to take a knockout on a Squirtle. He does have Grass weakness. And Ross is just going to check his counts as well, so we've got a minute. Excuse me. What is Lugia's attack? I don't know what it even is. Is it Shadow something? I played Veruzian Genesect this weekend, so. What is that? I do not know what that card is. It's too shiny, but it's blue. That's a Keldeo. Okay. Plasma Gale. Close enough. Alright, he's gonna attach to the Keldeo, and oh, he has to pass. Oh, man. I don't know if that means he has Candy Blastoise or what he has. He threw away an Ultra Ball, so he might just be holding it, or maybe he really just doesn't have anything. But interesting to see how Angel plays his hand out. Does he have a switch card? He has a Skyla. And what does he want to take? Maybe a Flowstone. Oh, he's going to go with the Chorus Machine. Okay. Does he already have a way to switch out, or is he just going to sit there behind Snorlax for a turn? Okay, he does have a switch. I don't recognize that art. You guys got to stop playing these cards. Just play the old ones. I know what those look like. Okay. So there goes the Squirtle, and we're going to find out very quickly what Ross has in his hand. He can't afford to let that other Squirtle get knocked out. Most likely seeing Black Heron come active, and we'll see if he draws anything or if he was just holding it. This could be a quick game if we don't see anything come out of Ross. Comes down with a Squirtle. Comes a Juniper. He had a Blastoise, but no candy. And he still has no water in his discard, which is unfortunate. Does he have a beach? Does he have anything to help him set up? There's the lightning energy. Comes another Keldeo. Yeah, here comes a beach. Okay, so he's gonna draw a few cards at least 3. And we'll see if Angel's able to capitalize on this position. It'd be nice if he didn't have to. Okay, he's gonna end right here. If he doesn't have to retreat this Lugia, if he's able to switch it or floatstone it and save that energy so that he can start building up a secondary attacker, then he's in great shape. And Ross is just going to be praying to get a Blastoise out sometime relevant. Although Angel's just a Deoxys and a Plasma Energy away from taking that off the board as well and being down to 2 prize cards, so. Oh, he had 6 cards. Okay, so. Okay, they gave him his 4-card hand again. Is that a switch? It looks like a switch. I think it's a switch. It's a switch. Okay. I know what that card is. They're having a little discrepancy over where the 2 cards are going to go. I don't understand why. It doesn't look like anything malicious or anything. They're just trying to figure out if like he moved the cards around in his hand before he drew the 6 cards from N, or if he just drew them straight off the top just like that. Does he show Ross the 2 cards that he saw? It's nice to have judges around for this kind of thing because I mean it's an unfair advantage for Angel, but clearly he didn't intend to do that on purpose. Still just hovering those 2 cards. Okay, gonna. Okay, he's showing the cards to Ross. It was an Ultra Ball and a Frozen City. I'm like 20 feet away, so I actually got to get an eye on it. And down comes the switch, up to a Snorlax. And you can expect a beach, because Angel didn't draw anything off of that besides that. And he's going to draw into those cards. But, oh, there's not much to go with it. Ross checking to see what's in his discard. There shouldn't be any water energies because his setup just wasn't that strong. There's the Black Kyurem. That glare is throwing me off, but there's a Black Kyurem active with an energy. Does Ross get a Blastoise this turn? I don't think he does. His hand really must not have anything. He's going to go for a beach. Oh, there's nothing. Angel has a scramble switch. Leaves him in an interesting position. It'd be a nice turn to attack, but you can't afford to waste the scramble switch there. It's gonna put a double colorless on Lugia. Does he have another switch so that he can switch and then come back into that? Get rid of the max potion. Good. Alright, we'll see what he gets. Probably just gonna thin out. Excuse me, sorry. Place down the Deoxys. And he's gonna Tropical Beach. They're both just gonna wait it out. Ross not willingly, of course, but that's what you have to do sometimes. Here comes the Skyla. For the rare candy. Pretty sure we all know what follows next. We're going to see a Blastoise come down on Ross's side. Who got the game in top 8? Who got the game between Santiago and Who got the game between Santiago and Pendarvis? Okay, here come the energies down on the Keldeo. He's gonna get the knockout on the Snorlax. Wow. Okay, where did that come from? All right. Apologize for the interruption. That was Robbie Weedman. Um, Down goes the Snorlax. Angel's gonna be playing with EXs from this point on, but wow, Ross's field is intimidating. He can't really go for the Blastoise anymore with a Genesect because he has the Black Kyurem ready to go. He has the Keldeo ready to go. He just has to start taking knockouts now. And I don't see any that are set up for him right now. He has the 5 energy on, well, 6 energy on Lugia. Doesn't want to play another Snorlax down, but you might want to just to take the knockout. And he's got Plasma Ball. He's got Ultra Ball. So, I mean, any Pokemon that he wants to attack with, if it's in the deck, he can go get it. He's got Frozen City down. That may have been what I thought was the Plasma Ball. Okay, so yeah, that's what that was. Good. Probably wishes that he had that down earlier. Brings up, he's going to take the Blastoise. I'm just not sure if that's the right play anymore, but I mean, that's what you have to do. And he's going to take the knockout. If this Lugia is knocked out, which most certainly it's going to be by this Black Kyurem, then Angel's left with nothing. Also, playing down the Frozen City might really hurt him if Ross has an N, because he doesn't mind taking 20 damage on Keldeo right now. The only possible scenario I see of Angel sneaking this out right now is Deoxys with a Prism Energy and a Plasma Energy. Genesect brings up the Keldeo and he takes the last knockout. But that would also mean that Ross is going to attach one more energy to the Keldeo. But that's a few turns away from here, so... Oh, Ross's board is just so terrifying. Even without a Blastoise now. He doesn't need it. He's going to attach there, which is smart. You need to do that. And he's going to get rid of a Tool Scrapper Juniper. Would have been nice for an N, but you take a Juniper whenever you can. Looking at Angel's hand, there's a Triad, and there's no other energies. Ultra Ball, a bunch of supporters, so I just don't know what he's going to do this next turn. He put everything he had into that Lugia, wasn't able to put any damage down early. He just sat behind the Snorlax and waited, and waited, and waited, and then Ross came out with an 8 or 9 energy turn. And here comes a Black Ballista knockout on Lugia and his Shadow Gale. And we'll see what Angel's able to do. I just don't know if he's gonna get his money's worth with the Scramble switch. I mean, you really don't have that many resources left. Does he have any Plasma Energy in his deck left? I wasn't able to get a good look. I think he knows that he's gonna Scramble switch this turn. If he might have to Juniper. I don't see an N. I mean, he just has to hope that Ross doesn't hit another water energy and just take the dominating board position. There's a Snorlax. Keldeo's Russian does not mind that. Gonna scramble switch into Lugia. Lugia is the only EX that's able to take the Keldeo shot right now if he does get another water, so that is a great play. There's a Float Stone. Ross discarded a Scrapper already, so that's good to see. There's a Max Potion if he wants to take one more shot. Don't think he wants to. Double colorless energy. Where does he put this? Is Lugia your last shot? He's gonna attach to Thundurus and promote active. I mean, if you're gonna play out the hand like that, that is the most that is the best way the hand plays out. Scramble switching, getting the energy on somebody that you want it to have, hits the float stone, and an energy for the Thundurus. So everything that he wanted to happen went his way right there. He's gonna need a energy in his deck. Well, actually, if he attaches to the Keldeo, oh, there's no Frozen City, so yeah, he doesn't have to worry about that. He's gonna need a Chorus Machine for that Lugia, and then a Plasma in hand to red signal up and take a knockout on that Black Ballista that he just hurt. Black Ballista, Black Hiram. And here's where the game gets interesting. Ross has no Blastoise. The Keldeo is all he has. He has a superior energy retrieval. He has a water energy. Tropical Beach. Slowly show me the rest of your hand, please. All right. So he is going to take those 3 energies. Oh, I'm so curious if Angel has the Colress machine and a plasma energy in his deck. And I saw a Shadow Triad earlier, but he did Juniper, so I don't know if he has another one. What is he thinking about here? He's going to Ultra Ball. Also interesting to note, only has he has 2 Blastoise in his discard. If he has 1 prize and he only plays 3, they're gone. So he won't even try to get another Blastoise out. Baby Black Kyurem down, and here comes the N. It is all up to what Angel draws right here. He's gonna need a Plasma Energy in his deck, a Colress Machine, and a Shadow Triad off a 2-card N. And I see a Lightning. Jim, I will be in Florida. And here comes a Heavy Ball. Yeah, it's his last Blastoise has to be prized. And we can expect the Keldeo to come up and take this knockout right here. And what can Angel do? This Keldeo is a beast. Draws. Tool Scrapper, Floatstone, Lightning. I see no out. Might as well attack. It's not enough. 10 damage away. Does he have an energy? There it is. That's the game. Well played by both players. Ross's 8 energy turn completely dominated. And we will see him in top 4. If the seating arrangements are correct, please do not hold me to this. I believe he plays Michael Promawat, which is going to be Darkrai Garbodor Scumbag.deck.